Hi, my name is Alec Watkins, and today I'll be talking about what climate change is and how it will impact you. The internet allows people to spread misinformation about what climate change is, and what climate change really is an increase and decrease of temperature worldwide, as well as an increase in sea levels and the increase in the amount of precipitation. It is caused by the increase in greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide released to the atmosphere. And the three main ways that we contribute are through transportation, such as cars, planes, trains, and buses. Electricity, which is where the factories are burning fossil fuels to create electricity. And the industrial part, where they're creating goods using the burning of fossil fuels. Now, the way they predict climate change is using three main predictions. So there's A2 prediction. That is the worst case scenario. We think the world is going to end because of climate change. So right now, we are sitting at somewhere between 0.64 degrees Celsius increase every year, between that and a 0.69 degrees Celsius increase every year. But if we go on the A2 route, by the year 2180, we will not have a world. And if we go by B1, which is the best case scenario, we will only be going up by 2 degrees Celsius every year. But the standard prediction is referred to as A1B, and at that rate, we will have a 3 degrees Celsius increase every year worldwide. So what this means worldwide is that if we average how the temperatures change from the South Pole all the way to the North Pole, it'll be 3 degrees. But the way this will actually impact you is we'll be looking more at a 5 degrees Celsius, because it doesn't affect the South Pole as much, just because of the way the Earth is rotated. So in the North Pole, we'll be experiencing a lot of icebergs melting and sea levels rising up. But at where we are, which is around 30 degrees latitude, we will expect around 5 degrees increase Celsius every single year due to climate change. Now, you won't expect to see this a lot in your lifetime for anyone watching this video, because it does take time for climate change to increase. So the more we burn these fuels and increase the amount of greenhouse gases, the worse the rate of climate change is. So these are the three predictions where we are now. So right now, we're seeing about 2 degrees increase in the North Pole every single year. But skip forward, 20 years, we'll be seeing, a huge increase. We'll be at 5 degrees every single year. And by the time, our generation's children are living it, we'll see around 7 degrees Celsius or even 8 every single year. And where we live, we'll be experiencing 5 degrees Celsius increase every single year. Not only will this impact your summers, it'll also impact your winters negatively. So down here, when we're experiencing 0.5 degrees lower in winters, but by this year, we'll experience 5 degrees colder winters. And so even though this won't be impacting the people watching this video, we will start to see impacts 20 years from now, and your children will definitely be living in the world we have created. Now, you might be wondering, what can I do to help decrease the effects of this? Well, since the main three we're talking about are transportation, electricity, and industry, the biggest impact you can make is to affect how much gas you use. So if you ride a bus, that's one less car on the road. If you ride a bike, that really helps, because that's one less car on the road. Now, even if we totally clear up the United States, there's still 85% of the world that is contributing to this. China produces 10.56 gigatons of carbon emissions, and as you can tell, that's a very large number. The United States produces 5.3 gigatons, which is only half of China's, but still a lot of carbon emissions. And other ways you can help impact your society is by planting trees or advocating for the creation of more parks and tending to your local park. Although these may sound hard to do, it really isn't. All you have to do is just speak for your government and make sure that your local park stays alive and that the trees there stay, because plants all around the globe help get rid of carbon dioxide and make more oxygen. So climate change, although it won't be impacting you as much, it will be impacting future generations.